again to another Showtime Sunday here at the Showtime Arena. First game for today is the Spartans and the Hawks. Welcome to everyone right here at the Showtime Arena. I'm Teresa McDangote, also EMAC. Of course, I'm going to be your anchor for this game. Spartans are going to be playing the Hawks. This is both teams' second games for the Showtime Bowl Series XI. The Hawks played last week, but they lost their game against the Panthers. They put up some points. 24 points against the Panthers, 67 points. And the Spartans couldn't get away from the Titans last week as well, as they lost 42 points to the Titans, 57 points. So these two teams are teams that have both lost their first games in the Showtime Bowl Series XI, and now they're meeting to begin the game. So we'll see what happens here. Between these two teams. Let's see which team is going to come up with the win once again for their team. The Spartans team, as you see them there on the field, wearing the purple jersey, and the Hawks team, who are a new team in the Showtime League, wearing the black jersey. The Spartans team are wearing the dark purple jersey. You see them there lined up. Their warm-up here against this team. The Spartans team are a team that is known to be very offensively inclined in terms of how they are able to understand their player structures and player positioning as well. They have dependable players, and I mean wide receivers, whom the QB Makinde always looks out for. The Hawks team are a new team with just a handful of experienced players and mostly young players who are coming in to the game of flag football either as freshers or with just a little experience. The good thing is most of them are already athletes, so it's easy for them to just swing from a different sport to coming into the game of flag football. It is the Showtime Bowl Series XI, and once again,
welcome to Showtime Sunday here at the Showtime Arena, Middle Hallway, Lekki. We're keeping the energy up after an epic Friday with 4 thrilling matchups. The first games between the Spartans and the Hawks, and the Outlaws and the Titans will be going head-to-head in the second game. LA is going to meet the Wolverines, and the last game for today is going to be between the Lagos Rebels and the Raptors. You don't want to miss a second of the action, so stay tuned on our YouTube channel at Showtime Flag to get all the live updates, and check our website at www.sffl.football to get all the game schedules. Follow us on our Instagram at Showtime Flag to get all the highlights and more. I'm T-Mac, and it's game time. Hello guys, I'm Teresa, and I'm here today with Coach Mike Akpan, one of the best coaches that we have here in West Africa when it comes to flag football, and of course the league's commissioner, Mr. Adebari Adejumo. We're going to be talking about last week's games, just analyzing a few things offensively and defensively that the teams have been doing. Coach Mike, so we had a player like Dabo Green set a new record in the Showtime League, getting from a throw off to getting a touchdown. How do you think that happened with such a player and the team that they played the off season?
Mr. His name, Dabo Green he's special. I think he's a complete player. He trains the way he plays. So anytime he gets the ball, it's going to be electric. So no matter what, he played a team like off season that wasn't truly rated yet for his type of talent. But Double Green should basically almost set another record when he comes out today, though. He's a special player. Hands down.
Okay, Commissioner, what do you think about that? Double Green playing a team like the off-season. Do you think he's going to give the same energy when it comes to a different team?
I mean, for me, for last week Friday, what we saw there was just a case of, I mean, in my opinion, a case of a high school bully, taking on the new kid on the block, right? I mean, for me, Dabo is definitely an athlete that everyone should watch out for. He's a speedster, we see that. But can he do these things with, defenses like the Outlaws defense, like the Titans defense,
Yep.
and all that sort? So for me, right now, I still don't see it as something of a spectacular thing, right? Because of the teams that he did it with. I mean, I expect Dabo to come out today and do the same thing,
Okay.
right? Because of the caliber of team that he's going against. But going into tougher games like the Titans, the Outlaws, let's see what he does.
Okay, we also had a standout player, two other standout players actually. That's Emeka Okeke for the Panthers team and of course Chiazo Ekekezie of the Titans team. These two players are formidable. They had 3 touchdowns each last week. What do you think, or how do you think Emeka Okeke is adjusting to his new team?
I mean, for me, right, K is a really good QB, and having him on the helm of affairs on Panthers, right, I think it will give Stunt a bit more room to dominate, right? And that's what Stunt wants to do. He wants to dominate. So on a team like the Panthers, where K always wants to go for a star player, and Stunt always wants to be the star player, I mean, it's a matchmaking heaven.
Okay, so defensively, we're going to talk about the game between the Spartans and the Titans last week. There was a change of position for a player like Chukwani, right?
Yeah,
Flash.
yeah.
So him playing on the defense was a bit of a distraction for the Spartans. What's your take on that?
Actually, for me, I don't think. I mean, this is just my opinion, right?
Okay.
I don't think. What's his name? Okabonye being on the defense really set the tone for anything, right? Because I mean, they still conceded 46 points. Do you understand my point? I mean, the Titans team have a fairly good offense, to be honest. For me, right now, I was talking to you this morning, Mike, that for me right now, I don't even think that any team has proven themselves to be the number one defense for me, right?
Okay.
Because defense wins championship. That is known, right? But no defense has really come out to say they want to dominate. Aside from Panthers playing against the off season,
Yeah.
who most likely from what we saw yesterday, on Friday,
Yeah.
we saw that they actually do not have an offense yet, right? So that's why they couldn't concede. So for now, it's only Panthers that has beaten a team to 0, which is a shutout. But for me, I think all teams should first off let's get to say mid-season, then we'll find out what the defense, like the best defensive team is.
Okay, well, you've heard it from both of them, and I mean, it's going to be an impressive day today. We'll see if the offensive players that we mentioned earlier are still going to keep up the same feat, and we'll see how the other teams adjust on defense. Once again, I'm T-Mac, and it's Showtime.
Yes, we're back now to the game. Once again, this is the Showtime Bowl Series XI. In the first game, this Showtime Sunday is between the Spartans and the Hawks. These two teams have lost their games last week, and now they're coming in to put up more fights to see what team is going to go out with the win today. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one, of course. And normally, to begin the game, it starts with a coin toss, and that coin toss, after it's done by the ref and the captains of both teams, the winner coin toss becomes the team on the offense. See, now it looks like the Spartans will be on the offense, as that's a Hawks player starting to throw off there to the Spartans team, who are going to run the other way to the end zone to get a touchdown or at least cover some yardage. Every team, for every offensive team, 4 downs. The other side of the field, good catch there by the Spartans player. He almost ran all the way into the 15 yards. His flag was pulled. He seems to be hurt a little bit, but doesn't look too bad, so he'll be back. So that is the start of the game with that throw off there from the Hawks team to the Spartans team, and now he was able to cover much yards. He's right there within a 20-yard zone now of the Hawks side of the field. So that looks really good for the Spartans to start off this game. See the lineup there, we're still seeing an overload. That's what we've been seeing all week, even last week. All the teams have been playing overload on their offense. And of course that has to make the defensive teams to adjust also to the style of play. So the overload is when we have more players, more wide receivers or slot on one side of the field, and that kind of distracts or makes the defensive team a little imbalanced. Oh, QB almost losing the ball. He falls to the ground. And now second down for the Hawks team. So I mentioned earlier about the throw off and what team was on offense, but it was actually the Hawks team that are on offense and Spartans are on defense. They both have almost similar jerseys, so just trying to keep up here. QB still taking it, but then he runs out of bounds. That was quite a good run, covered some distance there for his team, and now it seems like they've crossed over to the other side now for their third and female, or rather first down, because now they've already left the other side of their own field. So I was talking about how each team has 4 downs across to get to the midfield, and then 4 more downs to get a touchdown. So the Spartans, or the Hawks, only had to use 2 downs to get across to the other side. So now it's first and 15. He looks to the middle. Good catch there. Oh, but rather that's a pick by number 10 of the Spartans team. Now it's that's Libana of the Spartans team with that peak against the Hawks, and that is a turnover. A pick from the defensive team on an automatic turnover on the other team. So now it's the Spartans ball. First down now for the Spartans, right there where the turnover happened. Almost close to the other side. Good catch in there from that slant route. That's the Spartans aids with the catch, and now they've crossed over to the other side to get their first down, first and goal. Somehow the Spartans don't seem to be overloading. They have their 2 slot players in the middle. Oh, a sack has just happened. Beautiful play by Louisa, number 73. That's the first sack of the day. So a sack as well as a pick is something that can cause a turnover against a team, or rather put the team on their feet. Now the Spartans are on their feet on that one, so it's third and female. They're still on the other side. She's going to take it by herself, and she has successfully crossed, trying to get past 2 defenders, 3, and she runs into more defenders on the side. You see how the defensive players of the Hawks team, they're set up. That's Kate there, the QB for the Spartans team on third and female. So third and female is an opportunity for just all the female players to be on the field without no male players playing offensively and defensively. The defensive setup of the Hawks team is, as we saw there, was channeling. They tried to channel the offensive team of the Spartans to the sideline, because that puts them at a difficult place. You're trying to get past a player and also trying not to go out of bounds on the sideline. So I think that's a very brilliant defensive strategy there by the Hawks team. They're trying to make sure that it's not an easy breezy one for the Spartans, who are a more experienced team on the field here. Now it's first and goal for the Spartans team. That's the call Femi's going to make. He looks to Neddy. His flag is pulled by Soki, number 80. right inside the 5-yard line. So you need to understand that there are 4 quarters in the game of flag football, and each quarter is 12 minutes, so we begin the game with 12 minutes, and towards the end of the last quarter or the second quarter there's a 1-minute warning. Who does Femi look to? Makinde to Theo. That was a beautiful catch there by Theo of the Spartans team inside that end zone. Let's see how that happened real quick once again. Theo there, the slot receiver, running the corner route, and she was wide open there. She caught that ball with both feet inside the end zone. That is giving them their first touchdown. They're trying to look for the second one. Neddy could not get the extra points to go for the Spartans. But of course, they're going to stay with their point there on that touchdown by Theo. It's 8 points for the Spartans now in 0-4. The Hawks, first down for the Hawks. Let's see, this is their second chance at playing on the offensive side. So let's see if they're able to do something. QB looks to the middle. Good catch there, but her defense is right there. Ihibana on the young player, Sharon. That's a good catch. Just when she was about to turn around and take a run for the end zone, the defense pulls a flag. That's impressive there by the QB of the Spartans team. Seems to be a call that has brought back the Hawks to yeah, 5 yards. Second down. Oh, there's a drop. That's Blessing. He caught that ball but then fumbles it. And they're still in their own end zone. I wonder what that's going to be. The QB there looking to give the handoff to Blessing. But I think there was just no way that Blessing could get past the 5-yard mark because of that drop. Now it's third and female for the Hawks. Not looking too good for them because they're still right there in their own end zone. And any turnover here or anything can just put them at a more difficult position. Timeout for now for the Hawks. They have just 2 chances now to get across to the other side of the field as they've used 2 of their downs. And now started female, so they need to at least cover some yardage, so it's easy to play their 4th down while they are already close to the midfield. But of course, the Spartans defense, being a more experienced team here, they're going to try to make sure that that's a bit difficult for the Hawks. Part of this game. Oh, quick toss inside. Oh, but there's a drop by Taiwo. She had 2 defensive players there. I was right there. Oh, that's Uju, rather the Season X female MVP. She was right there with Taiwo, and Taiwo could not get that catch. Now it's going to be a really difficult one for the Hawks. I think they're going to punt, and punting is a way for the team that is unable to cross to the other side of the field to get the ball as far away from the end zone as possible, and that's what just happened. So that way the Spartans team won't get an easy access into their end zone. So that was a punt there. If the player had caught the ball, they would have run the other way, just like how we saw the throw off, but there was no catch, so the Spartans team gets to play their first down from their own end zone. You see there, marking the QB for the Spartans team. He needs to make some better reads in this game. He drops the pass to Neddy, number 11, he cuts, trying to get past 3 defenders, but there's an experienced defensive player here for the Hawks team. That's number 32. She's somebody that has a bit of more experience. That's Evelyn for the Hawks. She has a bit of more experience, one of the most experienced players on the Hawks team. So at least she should be helping them with sorting out strong players like Neddy. Oh! in the process of trying to avoid a sack, Femi had to quickly let that one go to Ju, but Ju had already passed his point of the pass, and so she could not get that catch. So let's see what happens here on their third and female. Kate's the QB back on the field once again. And you see number 99 there, Pio. She's the one who got the first touchdown in this game, so you assume that the pass will be, the player will be looking for, the QB will be looking for her. That's Moyo, number 22, running into defense there against the Hawks. But at least she was able to almost cross over, so right now they're in the midfield. So it's first down. Let's let him go. Femi goes to the right. He's going to try and take that by himself, but he slides, he slips and falls. That's the case here. So there was a play that Makin did right there, the QB did last week in their game against the Titans. With one juke, he was able to the defensive players to one side, and he had an open lane all the way to the end zone to get a touchdown. I think he thought he had that opportunity once again, but for some reason he slides, and now it's 2nd and 15. What is he going to do? Look for the corner route. Looking for Neddy. I think that was a little too high for Neddy to get that catch. Now it's 3rd and female for the Spartans. They're still right there where they crossed over, right there in the middle. So we'll see what happens here. If the 3rd and female will be able to just cover some yardage, so they are able to use their last chance to cross over. Kate do, she looks to the middle. Who's she looking for? Looking for Theo. But no. Theo was not able to secure this one. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter of this game now. We're going straight into the second quarter of the game. Another 12 minutes for these teams. Spartans have decided to punt. They don't want to take their chances of playing the 4th down. They're still really far. It's 20 yards away from the end zone, so it's a flag. Delay of play there by the Hawks. So it's a 10 yards penalty for them. I mean, they're going to punt anyway, so have a chance here to get that going, get that rolling. That's the punt. It goes out of bounds, there's no catch, so the Hawks get to play from their own end zone, their first down. This game is looking a little slow, but there's some energy coming from the Hawks bench now. Some cheering. It's still anybody's game at this point because it's just 8 points down the boards for the Spartans and 0 for the Hawks, who have a chance here. The offense. He throws to the floor, looking for number 35, David, who could not get the catch because it was a bit too low. Surprise, number 59, the QB of the Hawks team. Now it's 2nd down. What does he do? He slices it right, or rather to the left, still looking for 77. Faye had a pretty good game last week against the Panthers team. He had about 2 touchdowns and extra points. He was literally on fire in that game. So yes, it's not surprising that Surprise would look for Faye in this game to get him the pass. See if he can get a touchdown. Third and female. Oh, look at that juke! And she looks to the middle. But that was almost a pick. Sharon there looking for that catch, running that slants or quick in. Surprise do. He drops to number 10, looking inside for the pass. Collision. Yes, he says no. That is OKK number 17 of the Spartans team. That interception there, stopping the player from getting the catch. That's a good read. Actually 2 defensive players, 2 safeties of the Spartans team looking in for that. That's a turnover now for the Hawks. And a quick pass to Kate by Makinde on their first and goal. Second and goal for the Spartans. Same place to Kate. She runs inside. What's the verdict? Good catch. Her flag is pulled just before she crosses inside to get a touchdown. So now it's you have 2 more chances to get a touchdown. So second now for the Hawks.
Hey, find me.
I think the defense, QB Surprise is going to take it by himself, at least to make sure he covers some yardage, because so far his wide receivers have not been able to cover much, just like their last offense. They've literally been stuck there on their own end zone. I don't think it's so much that the Spartans team are doing, but rather what their own offense, the Hawks offense in this case, being unable to get past or catch the ball and at least cover some yardage. That's so they need to be able to do that. Good throw inside. She's there finding her way between 3 defenders. Exactly. There's Uju there. Not an easy thing for young players here in the Showtime League, because there are so many experienced players who have played this game of flag football over 2, 3 to 5 years, and they're doing pretty well with what they're doing. So except, I mean, a rookie is really athletic and very good at reading the game, reading the defense. That's the only time they can get past a much experienced player. So it's just looking a little difficult here for the Hawks. They're still trying to get. I mean, right now they are across to the other side. So let's see if they'll be able to get this going on their third and female. There you go. That spin. He's trying to get really close there. The 5 yards fake there. Look to the right. He's still trying to find a receiver, but there's a sack by confidence number 14 of the Spartans team. That's an impressive defense. Surprise right there. The QB being surprised by confidence with that sack. So now he needs to make quicker decisions. That's one thing about being a QB. You have to make your decisions really quickly. You have to understand the play and know every player's route. He looks deep inside, but he throws nobody. He's just talking about understanding the play and knowing every player's position. He's not really impressed with himself there. Surprise. And now it's third and female for the Hawks. They still have two opportunities here, two chances to get a touchdown against the Spartans and get their first touchdown. So let's see what they do. See the adjustments on the defense there. Uju playing on the wider side and letting Zacchaeus come in the middle with a long reach in case there's a quick pass. Ooh, an interception once again, and Precious could not get that catch.
Nice one.
Get touchdown. So that's another turnover for the Hawks. CFA, they're trying to get a catch this time. He's trying to bring in the same energy from last week. He can, get his team going, put up some points on the boards for his team. First down now for the Spartans, but there's a drop. That's the first time Bellumi is coming into the game. That's number 3 there. Bellumi, another really experienced player for the Spartans team, but he's not able to get that catch on their first and goal. Still within their 5 or 10 yards. So see what they do. They're spreading their offense. We have two. Oh, Makinde is taking it by himself once again, but the defense forces him to the sideline. Not third and female, but he was able to cover some yardage, so that's good for their third and female. Shorter routes now, shorter yardage for them to get across to the other side of the field. So there's the offensive style of the Spartans team, as you've noticed here, is they have 2 of their wide receivers, or they have 2 players really close on the sideline. So both the wide receivers and the slot receivers. Ooh, a pick by the youngin. She's smiling, number 2, Miracle of the Hawks. And that is going to be another turnover for the Spartans. Impressive play there. She caught that ball right in the midst of the crowd. Both her teammates and even the Spartans offensive team looking for that catch on their third and female. Beautiful play. It's a good catch. Second down. Second down, Hawks. Let's see if the QB surprise will be able to do something different and surprise the Spartans. Looks to the left. Ooh, jukes the rusher. Still looking for a pass. His flag is still not yet pulled, but I don't know why it seems like his wide receivers are unable to get themselves open against the defense of the Spartans. Right now, it's looking like the defense of the Spartans is crippling every effort that the Hawks are trying to. So far in this game, the female players for the Spartans team have been impressive, putting them on the boards, getting those touchdowns. The first touchdown was, gotten by Theo there, one of the experienced players, really good wide receiver. She has really good hands, great hands, good catch there. Good catch by Daniel. He's a young player. He's pretty good also for the Hawks team. And of course, I was mentioning the touchdowns that we've had in this game here. The second touchdown was by the QB of the Spartans team on their third and female, that's Kate, with that touchdown. So the female players for the Spartans have been impressive. Even on the defensive side, you've seen Uju getting flags, you've seen Zacchaeus, getting all those interceptions. So it's been pretty good, looking good here for the Spartans team. The Hawks are still trying to find their way. The young players trying to fight it out with the experienced players, both on the offense and on the defense. It's not been easy. And now it's last minute warning. We're about going into the last minute. QB looks inside. Ooh, there's a drop. What is going on with the hands of the Hawks players? Number 35, if they can get a catch, I promise you they would have most likely had at least 2 touchdowns in this game. But securing the catch is the first thing. It's the first thing that you need to do when you catch the ball. Then you can approach to get a touchdown. What is going on? One more drop again by Faye. Now it's third and female. Once again, third and female for the Hawks, who are now in the 10 yards mark of the Spartan side of the field. So I don't know what's going to happen now. Either way, it's not looking really good for the Hawks. Almost going into the end of this first half. Spread out evenly. What is she doing? She gets inside the end zone. Now it's 4th down. She almost cruised inside. That's Mariam. Almost cruised into the end zone to get a touchdown, but her flag was pulled right before she could, get that last inch inside. So let's see with this 4th down, it's still a chance. They're inside there. They're right there knocking on the door. What a surprise do. Who is it looking for? There is a drop. Wow. Like I said earlier, it's not so much. Yes, the Spartans team have experience more than the Hawks team, but it's not so much that they're doing on the defense. It's just the Hawks players not catching the ball. Ball is tossed there on the first down for the Spartans to Neddy. Neddy is a really quick player. One thing about him is if he catches that ball, what you want to do on the defense playing against a player, don't even let him get the ball, because when he gets that ball, he's one of the quickest players to move or cover yardages in the Showtime League. Like I said, he's a player that they would always look out to. But there's a drop there. That was a little bit too low for him. Trying to catch that ball falling to the floor, but he missed that. Now starting female for the Spartans. Let's see if they're going to get another chance at the touchdown. Kate is going to look inside to Theo, but a flag is pulled almost while she was catching the ball. She seemed to have been hit a little bit. So Theo's not a player to give up, regardless of what's going on or whoever they're playing. She's going to keep fighting. That's what we saw with her against the Titans last week. She kept fighting, kept getting those touchdowns, kept moving and trying to see how, she could get the win for her team last week. And that's one thing she's going to continue to do, to play until the final whistle. 4th down. They're going to take it. QB fakes, looks to the left, deep inside for that corner route, but the pass does not go. There's no catch, and that would bring us to the end of the first half of this game. The first half of the first game for today's Showtime Sunday. The Spartans on 16 points and the Hawks still on 0 points. We'll be back for the second half of this game, and then we'll get to see the second lineup. The Outlaws will be going against the Titans. That is going to be a very tough one, so stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. It's showtime. resilient. They will continue to play. They will continue to fight until the last whistle. Okay, it's going to take a little breather there to let June come back on the field of play. Discussion going on now with the ref and the captain of the Hawks team. The Spartans are now in the middle of the field. Good afternoon, Showtime fans. Welcome once again to Showtime Sunday, the first game this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's a game between the Spartans and the Hawks. The Spartans have been able to lock down 2 touchdowns in this game. Of course, those were 2 female touchdowns. That's why you see the points at 16 points. The first touchdown by Phil, one of the most incredible players in the Spartans team, wide receivers, one of the best female players that we have here, of course, on the Showtime, at the Showtime League. And the second one was by the third and female QB, that's Kate, with that second touchdown. And the Hawks to put up a points on the board. With that throw to nobody there, Makinde trying to look for a player in the middle, looking for a short fly pass. There was nobody there. Now, second and goal. Who does he look for? Oh, that was almost a pick. That would have been a good one. Number 20, good defensive player there. He was thinking if he had caught the ball, it would have been better than trying to bat it down. But then that would have been turnover against the Spartans. That's Emmanuel, number 20 now. Starting female for the Spartans, who have another chance here. And if you notice the defense or the offense of the Spartans, they've been spreading all their receivers across, and then sometimes they put 2 wide receivers really close to the sidelines and then just leave 1 slot receiver in the middle close to the center and the QB. But on their third and female, they seem to be spreading all the receivers across. And the defense, of course, of the Hawks team, you see 2 safeties at the back and the center or the rusher there in the middle looking to get the flag of the QB, Kate. And then they have 3 defensive players lined up on the front of their defensive lineup. Kate trying to look deep once again, giving almost the same pass that Femi Makinde had given the last time on their second and goal, or on their first and goal. That was to nobody. Now it's 4th down. They get 1 more chance, 1 last chance as a touchdown. They're right there in the 10 yards or 11 yards. So let's see what Makinde would look for. Who's wide open? Number 8, Farouk. Farouk trying to get that one, but he jumps right into Evelyn. So there's no touchdown for the Spartans. That would be their first turnover in the 3rd quarter of this game. Now it's 1st down for the Hawks. The Hawks here are still trying to find their way around the defense of the Spartans, and also trying to find their way around their own hands, as they've not been able to get some easy catches that would advance them. But let's see what Surprise does. He looks to the side on that corner route. It was a good catch by the young player. Second down now for the Hawks. We'll see what they do. They're really close to the midfield now. Drops quickly to Peace. Flag is pulled real quick by number 7 of the Spartans. Third and female. Female now for the Spartans, or for the Hawks rather. Defensively, it seems like it's a 3-1-3 kind of formation defense that the Spartans are playing, not letting anyone get past her. That's number 7. The defense the Spartans team there stopping the Hawks from even trying to get any inch at all close. But they're like right now, fourth and 15. What a surprise. Look for a bat down. Once again, number 7 on the defense. Looking down, Jessica looking down at the QB surprise. There's no way you're getting that pass around me to any of the player. And they have a last chance here. The Hawks to get across. Who does he look to? To the side! Tries to get a touchdown, but no. Number 10 telling Faye, not on my watch. I know you played really good last week, but not today, because I'm right there. That's Ubana. Ubana for that one. For that deflection. They seem that post, that corner route. Looking for Faye there, but it's not going to work. First. It's Precious. Trying to get across to the flag is pulled as she runs to the side. I mentioned earlier how the Spartans defense seem to be channeling the Hawks to the sideline. I think that's basically what most of the teams tend to do, especially when wide receiver has already covered a long portion of the yardage. So they tend to push them to the side, to make it a little bit more difficult. Look inside the middle to Sharon is no good. KK is wishing he had gotten that pick in advance to the other side. There's a turnover now for the Hawks, so it's first down for the Spartans. See what Makinde does, a pocket pass to Kate, running into 2 defenders. That was a good catch. And pretty easy drive down the lane. Second down, Spartans. Makinde looks to the middle, but there's a deflection. The young players are also trying their best to put in some fight, getting deflections, if possible, a pick. But there seems to be a collision there now. Players down for the Spartans team. Receiver for the Spartans team is looking to cut through to the front or to the right there in front of the defense to get that catch, but there was a deflection, so that didn't look too good for him, because now he's out of the game, being checked on by the medics. We'll see what happens here now. Here for with that lip he gets a touchdown. Another touchdown recorded here for the Spartans. Good look by Makinde to his wide receiver there for that one. Was Toye for the touchdown for the Spartans team. Now they're going to go for the extra points. Toye number 12 with that leap, and he gets the touchdown. Makinde looking inside, but there's a pick instead. Number 20, Emmanuel for that pick. And now it's 22 points for the Spartans, and still 0 points here for the Hawks. pick that takes them automatically to their own first down once again to try to advance to the other side. Good catch. Daniel once again being impressive. So far he's been one of the reliable players in this game, getting those catches for the Hawks and advancing, covering some yardage for them. So he's doing pretty well, but hopefully he's able to do more so he can some points on his side of the scoreboard. Has to look there to the side. Feye, but he runs out of bounds before his flag is pulled. That's impressive. Another player on the team, on the Hawks team, trying to, cover much yardage for them and also get those catches that continue to advance. Now they are across to the other side, so we'll see. Once again, Hawks team really close to the end zone of the Spartans. Hope that they'll be able to record some points here today. Good catch! And what does that say for Daniel? It's a touchdown for the Hawks. They're able to get that touchdown as Daniel for the Hawks team with that touchdown. That's beautiful. Told you he has been impressive today. He has been impressive today. Now get that. He was right there putting the ball inside. Looking for that extra point. What is the situation? No catch. The ball is batted down. And there's no catch now. So it's first down for the Spartans. Finally, the Hawks have been able to put up some points on the boards for their team. It was as if I called that one for them, so that's a good one. And Daniel, of course, was the player to do that for the Hawks right around a minute 26 seconds left on the clock in this third quarter. Let me look inside the middle. And that to Farouk for that catch. This should be an easy one for Farouk. Quick slant inside. Farouk was able to get that one real quick from second down now for the Spartans. Second down, Spartans. We're in the fourth quarter of this game. Uju with that catch, but she bumps right into Soki, who pulls a flag, and she's almost there in midfield, so it's looking pretty good offensively for them. I think one thing that the new teams in the Showtime League are coming to see is the competitiveness and the fierceness of all the teams. It's not going to be business as usual. It's not going to be an easy breezy game. What is the case? A pick by the youngin, number 28 for the Hawks. That is a good way to, bring up some energy for his team. Impressive. That throw there from the QB Femi, looking for maybe a second and goal or first and goal, but there was an interception. The pick now. It's a turnover against his team, and of course the Hawks have a chance at playing on the offense to hopefully get another touchdown here. And it's looking quite possible for them because the player was able to cover so much yardage. Now they're right there in the 10-yard zone, knocking on the door to get a touchdown. Once again, let's see. Daniel, of course, is lined up. Pieces right there for the Hawks. Let's see what happens if Surprise is going to look for Daniel or surprise us by looking for somebody else on this one. He to Faye, but the defense is right there. Once again, Bana against Faye. That's the second time that he would be there trying to get, the ball from him on an interception or getting a pick there. Second and goal for the Hawks. Let's see what happens. Once again, another pocket pass to Daniel, still finding his way. He tries to push that ball through forward to see if he could get a touchdown. So one thing that's possible is if a player can get the ball forward across the line of scrimmage or where the touchdown in the end zone, he can actually get the touchdown even if his feet is still outside the end zone. So that's really possible. Third and female, she tries to throw it up. Oh no, there's no catch. There's no catch by number 9 for the Hawks. That would have been 8 points added to the Hawks points. That's 4th and inches. They're right there, so anything is possible. What a surprise, Drew. He gives it to Peace. What is the call? It is a touchdown for the Hawks. And a female touchdown now. That puts them at another 8 points. 22 points for the Spartans. And of course, that's 14 points for the Hawks. It's a quick pocket pass. Impressive. They've not been able to get any catches, and now they've done that at the right time, looking for the extra point. What? Oh, that would have been a beautiful one. A good catch, but Tabana was there. With that deflection, not good. So it's first and goal, or first down rather, for the Spartans. First down, Spartans once again. Two wide receivers on the corner. Oh, pick! Almost a pick. Almost a pick. Chukwuemeka there, number 99. He was hungry for that one. But they're looking pretty good now in this last quarter of the game, with 14 points now up on the boards for their team. Femi looks right. Lets it fly inside. Good catch by Belumi. His flag is pulled inside the 10 yards mark. Of course, Opeyemi was right there with him, not letting him get that easy one. Number 99 also. Chukwuemeka there also, not letting him get the catch. That would have been an easy breezy touchdown for Belumi, number 3. But at least some very good yardage covered for his team. 7 minutes now on the clock in the last quarter of this game. Makinde has some choices to make. He drops to Uju. Her flag is pulled by Soki. Now they're right there inside the 5-yard mark. What is it going to be? We're getting another touchdown. Is Neddy there? Lined up, Drew's lined up, Theo's lined up. So anything is possible. And of course, Toye also, who has given them one touchdown. Who does he look for? Belumi, and it's a touchdown, Spartans. Now these two are friends off the field also, and that tells you the connection that they have both off and on the field. And Belumi has come in. He gets a few minutes in the game, and whenever he comes in, there's something that he adds to the team. They're going to go for that extra points now. Or rather, that's the looking for that extra point. It's no good. That's Makinde trying to look for Toye once again to see if he could get that point, but they would stay with their 20 points, and now it's 14 points lead against the Hawks with about 6 minutes left on the clock, or 5 minutes and some change. Now it's first down for the Hawks. One thing that helps a team, the connection, the synergy on different teams that we've seen. We see that with the Outlaws, we see that with a team like the Titans, and of course with the team like the Spartans, is the friendships that's outside of the field. And most times when those players step on the field playing together, you see them, bringing that connection. Surprise, he's trying to take it by himself. But it's like it's pulled right there. So yeah, talking about the friendships off the field and how it helps teams or it helps individuals in the team to put up points for themselves or try to play the game with a different pattern that other people would normally play. Third and female now, a few yardage covered also for the Hawks. It's quite impressive to see, these teams bringing in all of that into the field, into the game of play. Now it's fourth down. It's less than 5 minutes now on the clock, about 4 minutes and some change. Fourth down, they're going to take their chances. Surprise, looks to the corner, good catch by, of course. Oh, he almost found his way into the end zone. Daniel, number 9 for that one. He actually thought his flag had been pulled, but when he quickly looked and it wasn't, he tried to run, a little further. But of course, Jessica was right there, and she pulls the flag. But that was an impressive catch because it was almost like a fly or corner throw there by the QB, throwing the ball above a taller defender to a small defender like Daniel. Oh, what does she do? Trying to spin into the zone to get a touchdown. Impressive. It seems like the Hawks team or the Hawks players are warming up now into the game, but I mean it's less than 4 minutes now on the clock. So if maybe they had warmed up earlier than this in this game, maybe they would not be down by 14 points. But let's see what a surprise do. Third and female. I think he was trying to quickly get that pass into one of his receivers or the center, but it was a little bit too choked in that middle. I think he should make decisions of passing the ball outside and not. I was talking about the same thing. Try to look for ways that you can get a player outside, because the formation of their offense and the look from the QB so far has been a little bit to the tight corners on the field. The other Spartans are doing a good job covering, those short passes, because they've noticed that it's what the Hawks have been trying to do the whole game. Oh, a pick! Ubana for that one. He has tried to get a few picks before in the game, getting 2 deflections against Faye, and now he has finally gotten a pick. And now it's a turnover against the Hawks. Spartans will, in the last 2 minutes of this game now, they have another chance to maybe add more points on the boards for them. Last week, they were able to score 42 points against a team like the Titans, and now against a much younger team, the Hawks, it seems to be a bit difficult for them to get, as many points as they did last week. So it's surprising to see that would happen with a team like the Hawks, but anything is possible, anything can happen, in these games. Just because you scored so many points in your previous game, there's no guarantee that you're going to do the same thing with a different team, because you're playing a different matchup, a different defensive strategy. Once again, we have 2 wide receivers on the side. Good catch, look inside to the center, Oju. I think part of the reasons the Spartans might be playing that is to open up the field so they have a lot more space, and it kind of confuses the defense a little bit on where to place their defensive players. So one thing that the Spartans have been doing successfully in this game is how they change their offensive lineup every time that they get a chance. So the last time we saw 2 wide receivers on the 2 corners, with 1 wide receiver close to the center and 1 kind of a little bit slanted, and now we have 2 two slot receivers close to the center, and one on the left we have Neddy and Theo, and then on the right we only have one wide receiver standing there. Femi looks to Uju once again. I think they're just trying to cover, the yardage as much as possible. And we're playing in the last minutes of the game, as we saw the ref announce there. That's the 1 minute warning about to end the game here between the Spartans and the Hawks. It was a 10-yard penalty. It's about 53 minutes on the clock now. It's come to the end of this game. So we play a first down. Timeout call by Spartans. Sometimes it's a bit difficult playing against a team like the Spartans, where the QB has multiple choices to make in terms of who he passes the ball to. There's Tony, there's Theo, there's Neddy, there's other players on the team that are very, very good. They have really great hands. There's a Kiki as well. These players, as a defense, you tend to think, who am I going to guard? Especially the way that they play. Touchdown, Theo. And once again, she adds another 8 points for her team. She got the first touchdown today, and this might be the last touchdown for the game, because it's almost less than, it's about 30 seconds left now on the clock on that catch. Maybe, of course, she was right there. I was just talking about how playing against a team like this that has, different choices and options for the QB, you go into guard. There's a sack now. Sack. Femi, we saw with that sack. But not too much for the team now, because they're down. It's 36 points against their 14 points. First down with 22 seconds left on the clock now. It's 22 seconds on the clock, and the Hawks have another chance at getting a touchdown. I don't know how they'll be able to get past Habana, how they'll be able to get past those players. Surprise throws the ball out of bounds, or rather there was a deflection and helps this player get that catch. And Surprise is going to try. It's going to try and look for Faye. See the both of them there talking. It might as well be a decoy. Might still really look for him for that pass, but get the comeback. That's a comeback route there played by Faye, and I wonder what they were trying to do. You want to advance the ball, not try to bring it back. Started female now for the Hawks. Just a few seconds left on it. And this first game today. Sun is still up, and team's energy. Ooh, a juke! And she goes to the left, but runs out of bounds. And she has like 3 defensive players coming right at her flag. That's Precious, the QB, on third and female for the Hawks team. And that brings us to the end of the first game for today, Showtime Sunday. This is the end of the first game between the Spartans and the Hawks. The Spartans now have this win with 36 points against the Hawks 14 points. And that will be the first win for the Spartans team and the second loss for the Hawks team. be back for the second game for today, and that will be between the Outlaws and the Titans. That's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. So stay with us as we bring that game live to you real soon. It's showtime.
See these children, no? Mama, so these guys still call you Mama Dugu?
Yes, now, because they know I always express love to them.
I see different flavors.
Yeah, you can say that again. Life of the party. Carry your Indomie jollof. Special lady. Take your Indomie Oriental. Pepper lover. Your Indomie pepper soup. Don't worry, I didn't forget your onion chicken.
Mrs. I miss home. Take your Indomie crayfish.
Thank you.
From childhood favorite to new discoveries, keep expressing love with Indomie flavors.
Titans team. Playing as the QB, coming in as the QB. It's something that the Titans team have been doing, and it's like it's going to be consistent with their style of play. Last week we saw Chukwani playing on the defensive side against the Spartans, and now today he just played on the offense. Now Kenny's back, Nwankwo Kenny is back on the field as the QB, looking to the side for his teammate, or his wide receiver, number 92 there on the side. What's the formation on the offense for the Titans? You see wide receivers on the sides, two slot receivers on the right, one slot on the left. He looks deep inside. Oh, the first touchdown is on record for the Titans. Number 14 for that one. That's a good catch. That was almost an interception there, but he secured the catch. Brilliantly done. That's Dio for that touchdown. That's the first one, and the Titans have drawn the first blood. One thing you need to know, I told you that was almost an interception, but it went back into the hands of Dio. I think QB. Oh, the extra point is good. She one-hands it. Yeah, for the extra point, they are starting the game off on a really, really high note. As the Titans, 8 points now on the boards. 8-0. Real quick. They're starting that game against the Outlaws. Brilliantly done on their first offensive attack to the other side. Now it's first down for the Outlaws. This game is definitely a good one to watch. If you're right here, long throw to number 23. What does he do? He says payback to Chukwani. Touchdown is good for the Outlaws. Number 23, Solomon for the touchdown. So on that touchdown, what do we see? Priscilla, number 23. Look at the celebration. You would always see them. Yes. Touchdown is good for the Outlaws. There seemed to have been a flag pull on that first one to Alonge, number 23. That didn't count as a touchdown because his flag was pulled right before he went across to the end zone. So now the first touchdown for the Outlaws is a female touchdown, and that was from Priscilla. And now they're going to go for the extra point. DK jukes to the left, still looking for the pass. Who does he give to? As a deflection. It's no good, no extra point is no good for them. That's Amos, number 98, with that deflection against the Outlaws. Extra point, and the points will stay at 8-8 in this game. First down now for the Titans. So every player comes into the game playing a particular position, because there's the offensive team, defensive team, punting team, and I think the throw-off team as well. So a player cannot play two different positions in the same game. Earlier on to start the game, we saw Chukwani playing as the QB, and then he comes in as a wide receiver, and then once again he came in as a defensive player. So there needs to be, I think the refs have already sorted that out, and now we see one quarterback as the QB for the Titans team. One of the players for the Outlaws team is not dressed up today, and that is George, number 80. He's one of the very important players, key players on the Outlaws team, but he's not dressed up now against the Titans. That might show in this game against the Titans, who are a very, very strong contender against the Outlaws. Look I mentioned earlier, they're a rivalry team. This is a rivalry game. So the winner of this game, and trust me, nobody's going to know who it's going to be until the final whistle. That's what it's going to be. That's why you see the score on the board already. 8-8 on both their first offenses. They were able to get touchdowns. Good pass to Henry. The flag is pulled somewhere around the 10-yard mark. Impressive. We're going to be seeing an awesome game, both on their third and female and in their other downs, first, second, and even fourth downs. The Outlaws team have some of the best third and female players, and even the Titans team as well. I mean, they have Henry, they have Uwa, they have Chiazo Ekekes. Yeah, I mean, they have a full roster of players. Laji is also there. Akitoye trying to get through to the end zone. What's the call? He's looking for a touchdown, but the ref says, no, your flag was pulled right before you got in. This game is going to be filled with energy, skill, name it. These players are just going to be giving us everything that they got, because both teams understand this win. This is almost like the finals before the finals in this game. So let's continue to watch and see what they both bring in this game. 8 points for the Outlaws and 8 points for the Titans. Less than 5 minutes now to the end of the first. Oh, a look inside to Laji, but she drops it. And that's because else, one of the defensive players there, the Outlaws team was right there. That's B right there. And the quality of players that we have here in the Showtime League is very, very impressive. B there is a national team player on the Nigerian rugby team. We have national team players, basketball national team players. Is that a touchdown by Ekekes? Yeah, yes, it is. Last week she was one of the most impressive wide receivers with 3 touchdowns, and today she's doing, seems to be doing the same thing. She had 11 catches and 3 touchdowns with just 1 drop, and now she has added another touchdown on her books, sliding through right past a very good defender. In fact, the defensive player of the year last season and even during the Community Cup, that's Ololade Aziz, and they was get that touchdown. The extra point is no good as the ball is thrown out of bounds there by Kenny. So it's first down now for the Outlaws team. Now 16 points for the Titans and 8 points for the Outlaws. On their second offense, they've been able to get another touchdown. So let's see what the Outlaws do. Let's see what the Outlaws do here. DK, also one of the best QBs that we have. If you fix right, it looks to Harrison Blessing for the catch. I don't think she was able to secure that one. Harrison Blessing is the MVP for the Community Cup there, number 9. She is impressive, she is athletic, she is very smart. You see the Outlaws there chanting touchdowns, touchdowns. They're looking for that. Let's see if DK will be able to. He gives the ball to Priscilla once again. She's going, but she runs into the defense. Priscilla there. She got the first touchdown for the Outlaws team, so it's possible that she can still do the same thing. So, of course, all eyes will definitely be on her. Also, there's Favor Eric there on my screen. She was the offensive player also during the Community Cup. I tell you, the female players of the Outlaws are extremely good. That's why they have an MVP, they have an offensive player. Good pass inside to number 11, but of course 3 defense rushing to him. That's number 80 there, George. He seems to be limping. He might not be playing in this game, but he's dressed up, of course, on the bench and bringing the energy for his team still, even though he won't likely be stepping on the field. You see the energy from the bench of the Outlaws. That's one thing that you know you should trust to see. DK once again, to Ogena, but he drops it this time. About a minute left on the clock now to the end of this first quarter. It's third and female now for the Outlaws. Let's see if their female team are known to be fantastic. Let's see if they'll be able to go past the defense of the Titans and get a touchdown here. It's going to be not an easy one, that's for sure, because the defense of the Titans, let's see what formation they have on their third and female now. There's a timeout call by the Titans team. Of course, I will also give the Outlaws a chance to quickly type that they need on that one. Ololade is on, Labuda is on, Harrison Blessing is on, and of course Favor Eric is on also in his third and female. So let's see what happens here. Jackson also is here, so let's see if they'll be able to get past Laji, they'll be able to get past Ini, they'll be able to get past Henry Ekekezie. Going to be, she jukes left, looks inside, there is a catch, and yes, it is Priscilla once again. Touchdown, Outlaws. Look at her go with Favor Eric with the celebration. Yes, it has to be the three of them. Seeing that celebration gives you goosebumps if you're a beautiful and wonderful fan of the Showtime flag, and you should be 16-16 now on the scoreboard. And of course, same player getting the same touchdown right in the face of Ekekeze, Laji, and Ini on that one. That's brilliant. That is tough. It's heart and grit to get that kind of catch in the midst of three defensive Titans players. The Outlaws will go for their extra points. The Titans were not able to get their other extra points earlier. So let's see if the Titans will be able to do this time. Wale is back on DK's on the floor. Or rather, yes, DK's on the floor. Let's see what happens. It's going to be back to back. Trust me, they're going for the 2 points on the 10 yards. Oh, looking inside. Number 98. There with that deflection. DK was looking for Favor Eric to get the extra point, but it's no good as there's a deflection by number 98 there. So it's first down now for the Titans. I'll tell you, the bleachers are full because the players of Showtime and even the fans understand the importance and how crucial this game is and how, beautiful it is for us to sit here and watch this game. Good catch by Akintoye, but he runs out of bounds. He runs into three defensive players. His flag is pulled. We're in the second quarter of the game now. The second quarter of the game, 16-16. Both teams have been able to score on both offenses. And now the Titans are on their third offense of the game. Ekekezie was actually the only receiver from the Titans team that had a very impressive game amongst all the receivers from last week with 11 catches and 3 touchdowns. Kenny looks to the side to Dio once again, but he runs out of bounds and his flag is pulled. Talking about some of the best players from last week, we have Kenny as one of also the best QBs from last week with 44 passing attempts. 3 of those passes were completed, leading to 5 touchdowns in that game last week against the Spartans. What does he do? He looks to Akin. He runs out of bounds, trying to put the ball forward to see if he could call as a touchdown, but no, it's pulled, so it's third and female now. It's female for Akintoye is somebody that would always want to find his way to the end zone. Most of the times, he's only able to cover so much yardage, but before he could get into the end zone, his flag is pulled. Or rather, it's, I think, first and goal now. First and goal. Who is he looking for? Kenny to the side. What is that called to Laji? It's a touchdown. touchdown for the Titans. And that's a female touchdown. So that puts the Titans at 24 points. I tell you, this game is going to be a really high-scoring game for these two teams. It's going to be a high-scoring game for these two teams, as they've both been doing pretty well. They've not been able to stop themselves defensively because their offenses have been good. Interception! Number 26 with that one is good. And that's a turnover. The Titans will not get the extra points, so it's first down for the Outlaws. That's Kenny there looking to give that slant route inside to number 26 before his flag was pulled. Good catch by Priscilla. She runs to the side and the flag is pulled. Number 77 is right there with her. This game is just going to be a back-to-back score. You score me, I score you. You can call it that way. Second down, Outlaws. Let's see if they too can get a point here. A touchdown on their own run. Ooh, Harry B not at the ball after cutting her route, the corner route. So it's third and female. They were able to get a touchdown.